Alright, let's begin. Boy, what flavor? Chunk flavor. I'm glad you guys understand. What's up, Iragesic? What's up, Ideal? How you two doing? Alright, looks like we're starting a new layer here of the chunk flavored chunk. Oh, nice lag spike. Epic. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, I still have more. Ah, okay. I don't know why I was standing over here then. That's fine, though. I'm close. I'm gonna reach 10 million tomorrow. Not tonight, but tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I don't work tomorrow, so I can guarantee it. And I can do it at like a earlier time in the day. True, true. Get back to work. I think I finally hit my first, like, minor setback with speed grinding last night. I tried playing speed maps, but I think I didn't warm up correctly. I think I went into playing DT too quickly into the session, and it kind of threw off my tapping. Or rather, I guess I played something that was like a little too hard, not even necessarily too fast. And I think that just made my finger control just not really work. Yeah. That, and also I think like I just didn't give myself enough time to actually like warm up on like, cuz for me the best type of warm up stick behavior stuff. Yeah. Yeah, for me like honestly warming up with like 180 to like 210 at most honestly helps me. But I think I just kind of wanted to play speed right away and I just can't. I'm not at the level of speed where I can just play like 270 to 280 without really like I mean I tried to warm up, but I think I got impatient and I paid for it. Like I only played for like an hour before I gave up. I still don't think it was a completely negative session. I did feel like there was still some progress. It just wasn't a whole lot. And I certainly was not tapping as comfortably as I was the last few sessions, so just need to make sure I warm up properly. Lesson learned on that, I think. For me, like the best warm up I found is quite literally just opening a long stream practice at like 180 to 200 BPM. And again, not even trying to actually combo or play the BPM correctly. I just literally tap as hard as I can with correct tapping technique. And then that usually warms me up really well. But I guess I just didn't want to actually do that last time I played. Dude, I swear though, like I feel like my biggest problem with actually playing Osu is that my fingers are so stiff the first like 10 to 20 minutes of a session. But as soon as I loosen them up properly, I can play like considerably better. I don't know how some people can just play without actually warming up. Or maybe that's not a thing. Maybe that's not actually how that works. But I feel like I've heard some people say they don't need to warm up for playing, but I don't know if that's actually true or not. No. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but exactly. You can actually and when you actually play those BPMs, you're probably not straining very hard, if at all, when you're warming up, I assume. Or at least it's not like an incredibly difficult BPM for you at all times. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. So I am on the right track. I just wasn't doing it right. Or I didn't want to do it right, I guess. But I'm glad that I am on the right track. Okay. One thing that still worries me a little bit is that my single tap speed is still not as good as it used to be. But I wonder if that's like just something I'm gonna have to spend a longer period of time on. Oh, that is a very deep hit. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, I assume that's just how it works. I didn't... I guess I shouldn't expect to have... Like, it's honestly kind of incredible how much speed I've gained back, considering I have literally not practiced speed since I completed Osu. So I shouldn't be hard on myself about that. I feel like I've actually been de-rusting fast. Considering the length of time. I mean, that was literally 2 years ago, man. Can you believe that? I completed Osu 2 years ago. I did it on March 12th, 2023. Yeah. I actually didn't even realize the 2 year anniversary until it was like 8 o'clock or something. I'm like, oh. It's crazy. Time sure does files. Sorry. I had to. I'm surprised you didn't. It's a true, though. It's a true. Unlucky. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying, man. I'm still having a lot of fun. Like, I am shocked that I've not given up already yet. This is the longest I've ever actually tried pushing my skill in a very long time. Like, purely focused on that. As in, it's been longer than 1 week. Yeah. Dude, I need skill or someone to host more DT lobbies. I swear, my biggest improvement bursts came from doing those. I think partly because it forces me to take even just like a 30-second break between maps, if not longer. I think maybe I need to just force myself to like be conscious of taking more time between maps. I just get excited when I play solo because I'm like, ooh, I gotta play this 2014 DT map, and then I'm like, oh, but the one right next to it looks so fun too. It's not a bad problem to have, but I definitely should not overdo it. Low-key, it would be awesome if I could learn to play, like, the good maps with DT. Like, I don't really want to learn aim slop. That's not the skill set I care for. I'd be surprised if I ever could play those maps on DT. Time to aura farm. Not even that, man. Like, I'm not even consciously trying to do that. Like, I just literally find, like, 2011 to 2016 maps more fun. They're literally just... Also, they're kind of just easier for me, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know if you've ever taken a look at my top plays before. Most of my DT plays that are in my top plays are literally maps from, like, 2016, if not earlier. I think, actually, more of them are from before, like, 2013. Like, I'm actually just not... Or I'm more comfortable on older style DT than anything else. Because honestly, I'm not even really that good at, like, the 2015 to 2017 Air 9 DT maps. I'm better at, like, the like, Air 8 old style DTs. That's my bread and butter right there. What are your 5 top plays of 2015 maps? The one on 2010 map. What's the 2010 map? I wouldn't even know. At least not, like, immediately. Oh, right! I did see that you did that, didn't you? Got, like, really close to an FC, didn't you? Like, dude, that's ridiculous. Just read the last pattern. GG. Yeah, that ending, I won't lie. I think every time I've ever played that map, I literally just, like, I kind of just play it as, like, doubles and then just get 100s and 50s. Like, I don't actually play it properly, but that's okay. Anything to get more score, man. Exactly. Oh, and to be fair, it was unstable, so, like, you can just note lock to save yourself. It's a bad habit that has been definitely hindering me on Laser, or at least when I first started playing Laser. Oh boy, what flavor? Chunk flavor. Can you believe it? What's up, awesome? How you doing? Okay, this is correct. But yeah, that's pretty crazy though that you did that with DT. Very nice. Dang. You were, as the kids say, locked in. It's true. That's crazy. I can only hope that one day I can literally just pass that map, DT. Actually, that'd be a nice goal to set for myself, like for passes. Because what BPM is that on DT? Like 278? Or is it a little bit lower, a little bit higher? I don't actually remember. 267? That would be hard, but I think if I kept at it, I could pass something like that. Especially considering it's like older style, so it's not going to be like completely death streaming necessarily, or like super hard aim. It's more just consistent stamina and speed. Yeah. The only issue I have is I don't really know like what's too hard or not. Like I don't want to get into a cycle where I'm playing maps that are way too hard for myself. I'm kind of scared of that. Yeah, I know. That probably would be the best case. I don't know if you agree with this ideal, but I did ask in Trappin like what people consider like especially for like tapping maps, what accuracy range is best for like improvement. And I think the consensus I got was somewhere in the range of like no lower than 80 and no higher than like 90%, roughly. Like if you're getting below 80, you literally can't play the map. In my opinion, I feel like, yeah, but at the same time, my skill cap is so low compared to people, like, well, okay, I guess I shouldn't care about my rank anyways, my rank is literally meaningless, but like, my skill cap is very low for a 4-digit player in general. So I feel like I really need to try and force myself to actually just play an 8-star map. Like, I don't play 8 stars ever. Which I don't know if that's still too hard for me at this point, or if I am... Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know, man. Should just run it. Yeah. Okay, here's an example, I guess. You know the map Propane Nightmares, yeah? The Pro Box map. I don't know how well you remember that map, but... So I played that map like a few days ago, maybe like 4 days ago. And I got 83%. And I'm just like, wow, I cannot play this. Like, it felt really hard. But I did try it again, like 2 days after that. And then I got 89%. But it still felt too hard. So I don't really know if, like, I'm doing that right, or if I was just getting better at, like, the filler of the map. I feel like it's hard for me to actually tell. Maybe what I should focus on is, like, if I'm actually finger locking all the patterns or not. Yeah. Because I was thinking in my head, like, I feel like I was just doing better at the filler, not necessarily anything else. Yeah. I feel like another... Yeah, yeah. Well, one thing I want to note is that I feel like compared to most people who are pushing this kind of skill set, I have like kind of an advantage, but I also feel like it's a curse too. I don't struggle with filler sections of a map as long as I can actually read and aim it. Like, I don't really lose focus that easily on filler to the point where I'm, like, losing all of my ack on it. Because I just have so much patience and consistency from score farming that it kind of transfers. But I also feel like that inflates my accuracy on, like, on maps like that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I am actually skill cap locked on maps like that. It is not a matter of consistency. It is a matter of I literally can't go that fast. And that's the hope. I mean, I really do think my biggest downfall as a player is literally I just don't have that high of a skill cap because I never needed to learn to play hard maps. Yeah. I guess maybe another question I have then is like, if I feel like I'm basically just completely locking or mashing on a map, I should just not be playing the map. Like, is that what, when you would consider map just too hard? Like, even if I am reaching that, like, 85% threshold, for example, is there just a certain point where, like, play all the way through anyways? Okay, how about this? What if I play the map once, I do that, but then every subsequent time I try the map, either within the same session or even the next session, the same exact thing happens. Like, I'm not actually playing the map any faster or better. I feel like that was happening to me on Propane Nightmares after a certain point, where I literally just could not push myself fast enough to actually play any of the quints or anything like that. Like, at best, I was mashing them. It's just, I feel like it's a very finicky thing. Cause I also feel like I'm close. Like, mentally it feels doable, but physically I'm just not doing it. Yeah. I think you're right on that. Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, that is a literal 8-star DT map. So, perhaps I should just be doing the same type of map at 6 to 7-star DT and see how I do. 7.3 stars. Yeah, but you actually play an FC 8 stars, so for me, it's probably like a whole star lower, honestly. So, actually, you know what? I think that would track. I think a low 6-star range could honestly be a good warm-up range. 6.5. Yeah, I was thinking 6.3 is 6.5. Okay. Okay. Can you tell that I am kind of an overthinker about this, though? I feel like I think too hard about this. Also, 9.9 million. It's crazy. I'm not even, like, focused on the digging at all right now, but that's completely fine. I'm still making the same progress. So, yeah, I did start digging that, and then I realized, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be digging that yet, but now I am. Warm up on stuff that's around half a star to 1 star lower than your cap. Build up slowly to your cap every session. Yeah, I think maybe the issue is just I don't know my cap yet. Especially because, like, I mean, star rating is kind of wonky, especially for, like, DT. Like, certain, like, tapping maps can kind of be overstarred or understarred, but yeah, I think that generally holds true. Yeah, keys variety, sure. Oop, get out of here. I mean, I also do need to get better at like fast aim. Not like again, not like the aim slop type, but like just literally being able to play a 260 BPM jump, for example. Because honestly, I can barely do that. Like, my tapping is kind of not there, but my aim really isn't there. Yeah, you're right. And that would probably help my single tap too. I need to play something that has like a lot of consecutive jumps to just focus on that. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'm glad that I'm like basically most of the way there on my thinking. Like I'm not I didn't have the completely wrong idea, but it does help to like actually say it aloud and talk it out with someone to make things more concrete in my head. Oh yeah, I'm definitely an overthinker when it comes to Ursu. Yeah. I mean, Zeltal literally just told me to play notes. So, I think I'll take some of his advice too. Yeah. Low-key, I've actually been doing that though. It makes improvement way more fun when I'm actually just playing songs that like I can either tolerate or genuinely enjoy. Like I'm not gonna be playing. I mean, again, I keep bringing it up, but like the aim slop stuff, most of those songs are terrible or just not enjoyable. So I'm just not gonna play them. I don't have to. And plus, I'd probably need to learn alternating to actually play those maps anyways. I am not Evoxa. I cannot single tap that stuff. Yeah, true, true. True to that. That is a true. Just gotta have fun and make sure I play properly. I think those are the two most important things. Everything else is kind of subjective and up to the person. I mean, I don't know exactly what type of player I want to be, but I low-key, I feel like if there's any type of player to become, at least for like DT, like I'd probably end up as some like I don't know which player would be the best comparison. I mean, in my head, I feel like Shield would be a good player to try and become. I like the stuff he played on DT a lot. Like that skill set. Yeah, yeah, small breaks between maps. That's something I really do need. But yeah, something like that, and then going for leaderboards. Dude, I can't do that. Not without it hidden. At least not on the kind of maps I'm playing. Unless you just mean on like selected mod leaderboard. Okay, okay. I understand. Yeah, yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Although selected mod leaderboard kind of is broken on laser, but it still mostly works. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am sticking with laser for this because rate changes for me has honestly been a really helpful thing. Not even, actually, honestly, I'm not even sure if rate changes has been more helpful for pushing my speed, more rather just refining my technique. Because I find myself playing more in like the 210 to 230 BPM range when I do rate changes. And then when I actually play DT, I play like much faster than that, like 250 to 280. Oh. Lovely website. I love twitch.tv. Incredible. I can only hope that happens. Where are we again? Uh, I mean, yeah. We're just talking about speed improvements. The basic gist of it. I was mentioning the fact that I'm playing on laser for selected leaderboards and stuff. I did want to add that I have been enjoying using rate changes, but I think what I've noticed with rate changes is that I'm using it more as like stability and like technique training more than actually pushing my speed. Because I just play DT if I want to push my speed. But then if I want to have fun with rate changes, I play more in my comfort range. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my technique is something I've had to work on. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, Ideal, but like I don't use the same tapping technique that I've used for basically all of my OC career up to this point. I actually did change it very recently. Yeah. I feel like it's still not perfect, but it's way better than what it used to be. And I think it just needs more like practice than anything else. Yeah. And don't worry, I'm not spear tapping. I did not change my form to look like that. So crazy that Spear got PP record while tapping like that. Can you believe it? It's true. Zebra tapping. Nah, that was squid tapping. Let's be real. Hawaiian squid tapping. No problem, no problem. Yeah. I think one of the hardest parts for me though, while training my tapping in general, it's so hard to not tense up, man. Like, I don't even just mean like pushing my raw speed. I think it makes sense to tense up when I'm really pushing my speed to its limit. But I just mean for like a BPM I'm supposed to be like relaxed at. It's so hard. Yeah. Like where the heck am I supposed to put all the strain, man? Maybe I need to adopt the Willy method and put it all in my jaw. Dude, you can't have a good OC session if it doesn't look like you're chewing your food while playing. Yeah. I think that makes the most sense. It's just, like, it doesn't feel natural to do it that way, so I think that's why it's hard. It's most natural to just tense it, at that point at the wrist, even though that's literally gonna just slow you down and kill your stamina. It's kind of stupid that is like the most normal way to deal with it when it's literally the worst. I have noticed myself being able to do that though. You are right. Now that I actually think about it, I have been doing that to offload my strain more recently. It doesn't feel natural, but it does work. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like I'm still not entirely sure or like 100% set on how I want my tapping to like be exactly in terms of like angle. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now, so I'm not sure I really need to change it any further than I already did. Because it is already pretty different from what I used to do, so I should probably just stick with it and actually just play. Okay, that's pretty crazy. I think for me, I like the tapping technique I have seems to be like a very normal looking one. I mean, dude, low key, I used to do like the okay, I didn't do it as bad as him, but I did the wobble tapping technique sometimes, especially when I ran out of stamina. Just start rotating my wrist a bit rather than actually moving my fingers. I mean, that's good for saving combo, but it doesn't actually make you any faster or better. And it kills your stability. Like, it's super hard to be stable tapping like that. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm doing, like, basically mostly just finger only, as soon as I run out of stamina, that's it, really. I think that's been the most frustrating part of improvement, if any part of it has been frustrating. It's when I run out of stamina, I genuinely just cannot play further into the map. Like, at least if I want to keep proper technique. Yeah, exactly. I lock up because I don't have any more stamina. But I think that's also, like, not a bad thing because I'm not tapping incorrectly anymore. Like, I'm doing it with the proper tapping technique, so I'm not forcing myself to, like, switch to a bad technique to keep playing the map, I guess. I don't mind stamina pushing, but it is also just a very time-consuming skill set. Chunks are going good. I'm just digging. How you doing, Air? We're getting close to 10 million. What's the bad news? Yeah, I'm sure that'll come with time, ideal. I just don't have enough stamina to even get to that point, I think. George Foreman has died. Oh, I did see the news. I can't believe they grilled him to death. That was really sad. I'm sorry. I had to. It was an intrusive thought, alright? My bad, my bad. Low-key, I don't know that much about him. I know he was famous before, like, the whole grill. I think he was, like, a boxer or something. I don't really know that much about him, though. He was a boxer. Okay. I knew he was a celebrity of some kind. He wasn't like a chef. He just like signed a deal with the company that made the George Foreman grill, and then that became the thing he got known for. That much I knew. But I just don't remember that much about him aside from that he did like a sport. Yeah. Dang, we should have used our George Foreman today in honor of George Foreman. We missed a golden opportunity. We literally made a grilled cheese, but didn't use the George Foreman. We just used the pan. Right, yeah. I did read about that. Literally, he has like 5 sons named George. I think he has a daughter named Georgette, if I'm not mistaken. Like the guy was clearly insane in the head. Five sons. Georgetta. Okay, that's what it was. Dude, the name Georgia is right there. Why didn't you just name your daughter Georgia? That makes a lot more sense than Georgetta. What the heck, man? Six other daughters with normal names. Oh, well, who cares about that? They're not even real kids if they're not named after him. That's crazy. This guy is actually kind of insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, if I was George Foreman, that would be crazy. But let's say I was him for a second. I think I would know what I would need to do. My casket has to be a George Foreman grill. It's just the only option. You just have to do it. There's no other way to get around it. Oh yeah, I bet so. I mean, the George Foreman is like a really popular cooking appliance. I don't know how famous he was in boxing, but I feel like even like unless you're literally the most famous boxer, you're not making that much money from boxing. Yeah, like I literally don't know how it was successful. I mean, it must have been successful enough, but certainly not enough for us to actually know him as a boxer, I guess. Interesting. He was huge 50 years ago. Well, I mean, yeah, he was a boxer. He must have been huge. Yeah. I mean, I feel like boxing is also not... Okay, Actually, I literally don't know this, but I feel like boxing, in terms of like cultural relevance, has not been as big as it was in that time period. I feel like other sports are a lot more popular now than that. Like, low-key could not name you a real boxer today. Yeah. That aren't YouTubers. Those don't count. I just mean like normal boxing athletes. Or like people that only got known for boxing, I guess. Okay, low key, the Faker grill would go hard. Imagine having an XCon grill. This would sell billions, perhaps trillions. Extreme grill. Those who know. Oh, beautiful. I render at. Turn it down to 8. Yep. Look at how many silverfish I've killed since I started this. Where is it? 2,117. And that's all from just digging. I've killed maybe like 1 or 2 silverfish in the stronghold, if any, at all. Silverfish fear me. Good one. That's a true. Also, what's up, Muffin? How you doing? Are you guys excited for 10 million blocks mined? We are going to reach this tomorrow. It's going to be incredible. Well, I don't stream, or sorry, I don't work tomorrow, so I can stream much earlier in the day. That sounds true. Or worse yet, I have to deal with water. Because at least lava I can just turn into obsidian and then mine that. Yeah. This is really not much I can do about that ideal. Because it's either I stream right when I get home from work, and then I'm like, I literally don't have time to decompress. Or I stream like maybe 2 hours after that, like right after I have dinner. But then like I don't have time to like do other things that I need to do. It's just really hard to find a good time. Yeah. Hey Muffin, how you doing? But yeah, unfortunately, it's just really hard to find a good time. I'm sorry, who just fired an... What? Where did that guy come from? Ah, I cannot hear creatures. It's going good, going good. Not reaching 10 million today, but I think tomorrow is gonna be the day. So it really was baked. Look, I will not either confirm nor deny if the chunk was actually baked. Paul says in the title. Funny you assume that I write the titles. What is my skin? What do you think? Who do you think that looks like? Do exclamation point skin for my skin, guys. Trust me, it's gonna be great. Incredible. I think I stopped using the skin for a while, and I only just recently brought it back. Guys, I'm not a reptile. Nothing about anything I say or do is reptilian in nature. Who did that? Anyways. It would be fitting if I was actually the tiger finger locking at the zoo. Let's just say that. If only people knew the truth. Yeah, how did Wowie come up with that one? That's true though. I did like his Osu nonsense thread. That was a classic. I should go back to ghostwriting for people. I'm too bored of actually using my account anymore for anything. Dude, social media is actually so boring now. Like, I don't, like, I still have funny thoughts, but I literally don't feel like putting them out anymore. Like, isn't that just sad? Like, social media has actually just gotten so boring. There's not even a point. There used to be a magic, and now it's gone. Yeah, and see, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if I brought that back, it would just be met with more toxicity. And I just I don't care. I don't want to bother. I mean, it was still funny when people weren't in on the joke, though. I always found moments like that funny. But I feel like at this point, maybe enough time has passed where a lot more people would not understand the joke. And then it just won't be as funny. Yeah. The offensive statement in question. Cookiesy grenade. Boom. I don't know, dead website. Yeah, no. Don't do that, Ideal. Alright, sounds good, Air. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, the grenade was completely harmless, guys. Come on. A grenade just never tried to hurt anyone. $10 chicken burger. Calling it a chicken burger doesn't make any sense. It is a chicken sandwich. I am very offended. Yeah, low-key Ideal. I feel like some of my thoughts about social media these days is definitely gonna get me banned because of the terms of service on this website. So Do not fret. I mean, to be fair, I don't think the way you interact in the server is as bad as some other people in there. Low key ideal. I think some of the people in the server definitely have not adapted to the internet today in terms of civility. We cannot let them out of the server. They have to be contained. Yeah, you just gotta have a little goof with the grenade, you know? I was gonna say not naming any names and then say like 6 names, but I actually should not say. I mean, honestly, I don't actually have a problem with anyone in there, but they need to chill sometimes, man. Or just learn to speak more proper. I don't know, man. There's some brainworms going on. Yeah. I think that's what happens though when pretty much all of us grew up on like older internet, you know? But I guess not everyone adapted. Or maybe that's just how they are, man. I don't know. I don't really talk to everyone in that server anyways. I don't really have a problem with anyone either. But, yeah. I think, honestly, for me, I just kind of ignore when people start speaking in that server, and I'm just like, guys, do we have to talk about this? I like when we start talking about music, or not music, sorry, notes bombs. Especially when we start getting Zoltal and Slushy going, the notes nukes start dropping in chat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always like the Usu conversations, but yeah. Honestly, it's when people start bringing in Twitter links that's when the chat becomes dead for me. Like, guys, no one wants to see anything on Twitter. Not anymore. Unless it's Epic Cheese Chicken. Is that the correct order? I always forget. Okay. Dude, imagine not being a fan of Epic Cheese Chicken. You just don't know ball, as Zeltal would say. Okay, ideal. I'm gonna say something crazy. I feel like Xeltal, despite being literally a one-digit player in skill, like somehow literally has the like almost childlike like mentality of a six digit. Like he's just here for notes. It's actually kind of incredible. I've never seen such high level player just be like, yeah, I just need to play all the good music. Yeah, exactly. He's literally like he doesn't care. I'm very surprised about that, honestly. I mean, dude, he's literally probably the only one-digit player that even cares about gay fish. That's how you know he's a real one. Name another one-digit player that would dare ever play that. That's true, Muffin. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Zoltal literally just lives and breathes in this in like song select and like the beat map listing page on OC now. He doesn't even load up maps anymore, but he'll just take a look and listen. True, true. But yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but I did realize that even though I've been more active in the server lately, I'm still literally, like, close to the bottom in terms of, like, actual messages in the server. I didn't realize how much people in there actually talked. Dude, like, Albert? How does that guy have, like, basically a million messages? What are you even saying in there? What is he doing? And dude, like, he's... I'm not gonna speak further on Albert. Yeah, no, legit though. Like there's so like I literally cannot and will not ever try to catch up in the chat because there's literally just too much activity. Like it is also funny that my name in the server is literally just dead chat. But like honestly, the server is actually surprisingly active. Dead chat. I've also said dead chat in the server 1/3 of all times it's ever been said in the server, which is great. Yeah, exactly. Most active private server I've been in by far. Not even close. Just do not look up how many times Blue Dragon said wait, I don't think I can say this on Twitch. He's don't look up how many times he said he's gonna harm himself. Let's say that. he's way too casual with it. Nah, I respect him though. Ugh. One thing for me though, I find it kind of hard to like actually actively keep chatting in group servers. Like I don't know if it's just me, but like I feel like I can't devote that much time and effort to that kind of thing, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow. Maybe it's just because I'm not that close with that many people in there, I guess, that too. Like, there's only a few people in there that I've, like, talked to and known for a long time. I mean, especially when everyone did, like, the meetup, but, like, I couldn't go. I definitely stopped chatting in there for a while after that because like I felt even more isolated in that regard too. Yeah, exactly. I've never been that comfortable with group chats in general, but I think I've gotten a lot better, especially in the last few months. Yeah. I wonder how long this one will last. I mean, I feel like the group that's in there, like maybe I should knock on wood, but I feel like the group that's in there seems to be like a pretty strong one. Or at least a lot of the people in there are friends with each other, or at least well acquainted, so. Even if not necessarily everyone is friends with everyone else, because there's a lot of people in there that I almost never talk to, or honestly don't know anything about. Like, low key, I don't know anything about Albert, despite him being literally the most active chatter in the server by far. You know? Like, I don't think I've ever had a one-on-one conversation with Albert once. And that's fine, you know? But it does feel a little weird sometimes, because I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I mean, also at the same time, I'm not sure if I should ever reply to what he's talking about. But that's a different discussion. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people I don't ever have one-on-ones with. Or haven't had one. Good luck on winning. Thank you. I love destroying the blocks and winning. One-on-ones are overrated. I don't know if I agree on that. Who won two? I I mean, that doesn't really work online though. But in person, sure. Yeah, no. I'm kind of the same way, Ideal. Although it wasn't always the case. I actually used to be the DMing kind of guy. But then I started just not talking to people. And I just can't. I don't know. It's difficult. Poor reception. Me when I'm going through a tunnel. Yeah. But when I'm in DMer, like, I wouldn't DM just anyone, though. I literally would talk to, like, 5 people. So, I don't know if I really was a DMer. If I'm only talking to, like, 3 to 5 people anyways, ever. Delightful message. Indeed. What a delightful message you have sent me, Muffin. What a treat. Sorry, I will not speak like that again. That was very rude of me. Oh, sit in. What a surprise. It's not time for it yet, but that's cool. Oh man, I think I'm gonna need to get more food, aren't I? Shoot, gotta get more carrots. Yeah, it's hard, man. Talking to people is just hard. So I don't blame you one bit. Alright, let's farm some carrots for a little bit. Yeah. At least you can acknowledge it. That's better than nothing. No. Well, I don't know if this really helps or not, but I mean, you can always try talking to me. I promise I won't bite. Maybe. Maybe I won't bite. I can't promise. Maybe Horsey's gonna bite. Nah, but for real. Even if it doesn't even need to be like a literal DM, you can just ping me in the server with just whatever, and I'll probably take a look whenever I can actually get to see it. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I ping people in servers all the time, and I think that is a lot easier for me. So yeah, you could just do that. Alright. I don't have a lot of gold either, but I'm hoping this will get me by for a little bit. Okay, it's not a lot. I might have to do the secret method soon, but we'll do that when I have to. Dead chat. Dead chat. Oh, I should get more rockets. Oh, I don't have a lot. Might need to have to do some more maintenance after I reach 10 million blocks mine. Oh, yeah. Have a good night, Ideal. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the conversation. See ya. And then, oh shoot, it is late for me too. So I think once I reach this next corner here, that is going to be it for me tonight, guys. Shoot, I did not realize it's midnight already. I do need to get ready for bed. I mean, I don't work tomorrow, but I should still keep a consistent sleep schedule. But hey, we're going to reach 10 million blocks mined tomorrow. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I think it'll be great. Ooh, get out of here. Wait. Gunpowder? Gunpowder, please. Yeah. Perfect. It delayed the inevitable for just a little bit longer. Very nice. Okay. Yeah. That is going to be it for me today, guys. I will be back tomorrow earlier in the day, not 10 p.m. Don't worry. And we are going to reach 10 million blocks mine. I mean, I think that would be cool. So, you better stop by.